Hello everyone, this is Satvik, and in this video I'll be showing you how you can enumerate HTTP or HTTPS services. So without getting any delay, let's start. So guys, you can see HTTP service running on port 80 and HTTPS on port 443. So HTTPS is a secured version compared to of HTTP. So if you want to gather more information regarding these things, you can simply Google them. Those are really simple protocols, and these are from TCP. Okay, so that's everything, guys. And this video, I'll be showing you, I'll be demonstrating you how you can enumerate the stuff over Keyoptrix machine, and also stay tuned for the detailed walkthrough of this machine. So let me enter my enter into full screen, and I had already performed a quick nmap scan. So the IP address of my Keyoptrix machine is 10.0.0.13, and guys, here you can see some various services running out there. But since this video is focused on enumerating HTTP and HTTPS, so we'll be concentrating on port 80 and port 443 here. So the first thing, whenever you had seen HTTP or HTTPS site, is simply navigate to the browser. So let me copy my IP address, and let me simply go to the browser and paste it. So by default it is going for HTTP. So this is a HTTP site, guys. So let's also try with HTTPS. It is asking connection is not secure. Let's go with advanced, add exception, or confirm security exception. So the page is same, but they are having the two versions. So but by this we can conclude that whatever we enumerate here will be the same on the both sides, whether it might be HTTP or HTTPS. But sometimes it doesn't. Okay, it might be different for both HTTP and HTTPS, but most of the time, based on my experience, I'm telling you that both HTTP and HTTPS sites have the same stuff. Okay, so that's everything, guys. So here when we can enumerate both the HTTP and HTTPS sites, since they both are equal, we'll be going with one. So I'll be going with HTTP. Let me copy this thing. And the first thing you need to do is, since this is a Linux based machine, you can simply go with the robots.txt. And sometime it comes, sometime it doesn't come. Since we are on something called CTF, so this is a CTF based machine. So this sometimes it is possible to expect some results. And also the one more thing is, simply search for simply look into the page source. So in order to look into the page source, right click on the page, click on view page source, and there you can read some stuff out there. Not everything, but mostly look into the comments, because sometimes these guys may leave some important information out there on the source. So try this out as well. And the next thing we need to do right now is directory or content discovery. So let me copy this thing. And guys, since just a minute, let me copy this thing. Since I'm playing CTFs a lot, I'm having some problem while brute forcing the stuff, because whenever I try to brute force, I'm not getting the stuff. But whenever I seen a walkthrough, or whenever I read any blog posts out there, I'm not sure how are they getting. So first of all, I thought was whether the tool I'm using is not perfect. So right now it is perfect, guys. So I got to create a good tool for content discovery. So the tool is, let me enlarge a little bit, and the tool is dirbuster. So this is a most known tool, okay, but and also least used tool as well. So simply type dirbuster and you will be getting some simple prompt out there. Okay, so I'll be showing you how you can use it as well. So first of all, paste the target URL with HTTP and or HTTPS. Sometimes this HTTP or HTTPS might be hosted on different ports as well. So you can specify the port, and I'll be giving 100 threads. Okay, you can more threads, more faster. Okay, if you go faster, it will be going with 200 threads. It can be really it might really slow down your machine, but 100 threads is really fine. So, and the second thing we need to do is we need to look into the word list file as well. So here you can see something like file with list of directories. So click on browse over here. So if you don't know, look into the path, go to user/share. Here you will be finding something word lists, and here in the dirbuster, what most of the times I use this thing 2.3 medium.txt, which I'll select it right now there. And here you will also see something called file extensions. So you can also go with text, Java, and etc. stuff like that, but PHP is fine right now. Here you can see something like be recursive. So if it found a directory, it will be always trying to look into the stuff within the directory as well. So let me start the stuff. Let me start working on it. So currently it is going with 1000 requests per second. Since this is in our same network, it will be reacting much more faster, but the speed differs on your machine. So here you can see the scan information, and if you go to the result, you can view what all the services that are what all the files and directories that are found with the response and size. And the one more important thing is here you can see something called results in a tree view. Here you can see the detailed view of the stuff that's out there. So you can go to a important page. Okay, if you found something interesting like test.php, click on it, right click on this, click on open in browser. Here you can see what it contains. It's a simple PHP page, guys. That's not at all useful, but sometimes some stuff can be really useful. So you need to wait some time, guys, until you find some important data. So, but for the time's sake, I'm stopping this over here. So I'm gonna stop this. And here you can also get a report. If you click on report, and you can look into the format that you want to print the output, because you can use it for the further purposes. Let me exit. And the third thing you need to do after the content discovery is simply doing a Nikto scan. So sometimes this Nikto scan is really helpful. Let me open a new tab, Control Shift Plus. I think now it is visible. So performing a Nikto scan helps sometime, okay, because it helps us in finding out some common vulnerabilities out there. So the usage is really simple, and this is available in almost all the attacking distributions out there. So the usage is Nikto -h, and paste the link with HTTP or HTTPS mentioned. Hit enter. So this is gonna give us some important information as well. So, and one more thing, guys, make sure that you take the notes of all the data that you got out there. Okay, so this can be really helpful for some time. Okay, because you might not doing pen testing within a day or within an hour. You might be doing it for days, or it might be weeks. So taking a good notes can really help you. So this is also helps. This is also finding out some directories. It is giving us WP content. I think it is a WordPress site. Yeah, it is a WordPress site, and some information, common information. You can also see what versions are outdated and what can be exploited. So you can note them, and you can check into the exploits after complete enumeration. So that's everything, guys, regarding the Nikto scan. You can also go with something like Nessus or stuff like that, but Nikto is really helpful, and this is an open source tool and doesn't consume more memory, whereas Nessus, Equinetics, or some stuff consumes. Okay, so this is really helpful, guys, so you can try this out as well. And the last thing you can do is you can make use of something called burp suit. So if you're not familiar with the burp suit, I had made a detailed course on Udemy. You can find it out. I'll be providing the link in the description below as well, which is for free, so you can check it out. So let me turn on my proxy, and let me open my burp suit, which is available in all the machines out there. And what you can do is you can simply look into the requests out there. Okay, and you can find out some important information as well. So let me close this thing. Let me go next, start burp. And I had also turned on my proxy here using a tool called Foxy Proxy. So let's wait for some time. Yes, now we got it. Let me go to the proxy tab and my intercept is on. Let me simply reload this thing. We got the request. Let me forward this thing. Let me turn off the intercept. Let me go to the target, and here it will be enumerating all the directory or content discovery. Okay, so you can use this as well. You can look into the something like let me reload once again. You can look into what it is using, what headers are using, what are the cookies, how it is validating. You can look into the responses as well, how it is responding. So something like do intercept response to this request. Let me forward. Here you can see the response, so you can see what it is giving us, and you can also see the details of the server here as well. Okay, so that's how you can use the burp suite as well, and you can use much more extensions and much more stuff out there which I had covered in my course. But a normal enumeration using burp suite is really fine, and even the community edition is fine. So after completion of all these things, after completion of all the stuff like Nictoscan or stuff like that, you'll be getting some points. And also one more thing I want to focus on, guys, is previously we had gone to something called robots.txt. So if you go there, if you entered a wrong page, so let me turn off my intercept. Okay, so let me go again. So if you mentioned something wrong, you can see something like the details of the server. So you can see like that Apache /1.3.20. So this is called as information disclosure. So it is recommended to try out some useless things, useless directories and useless files, and check what information it is disclosing to you. And this can be also a vulnerability, or this can be also a bug. But if this version is really vulnerable, then you can exploit it. Okay, so that's everything, guys, regarding how you can enumerate HTTP or HTTPS. The reason why I enumerated HTTP is, let me tell you once again, because both the HTTP and HTTPS sites are doing the same thing here. So then you can go with anything else. Okay, and so that's everything, guys, how we can enumerate HTTP or HTTPS services, whether in a penetration test or whether in a CTF. So thank you for watching this video. If you are having any doubts, feel free to comment below, and it is recommended to test these things on a lab environment like Metasploitable or any other vulnerable machines which is hosted within your network. So thank you for watching this video. If you are having any doubts, please comment below, and please join my if you want more support, please join my Discord server so that we can chat a little bit out there. And thank you for watching this video. This is Satvik signing off.